Greetings from Texas. We're actually about to start the second day of our 8K build class down here in McGregor, Texas. But we also wanted to put out a B channel video for you because we had a segment. If you remember, Miles from the Silah Report and TFB TV actually came down to our shop for a couple days, did a video with him. But there was another bit that we didn't use in that video where Miles talks about a little bit a piece of Middle Eastern Fudd lore that I was not quite familiar with. I thought it was pretty entertaining, and so we wanted to put that up for you guys. So enjoy.
What I believe is when I have Kurds, Arabs, and foreign fighters who tell me that, like, yeah, like, oh, maybe like this is you, so you can do like this. It's really more guys coming up with an excuse on the spot for this kind of thing. Kind of like the sniper button with an M16. We can go into a whole thing with that too.
The sniper button.
You're about to be in for a ride, dude.
Oh boy.
What you
talking about?
You want me to go into it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go. Are you talking about the like a forward assist?
You have an AR?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, no. It's probably clear.
All right. So the sniper button. This is the thing within specifically the YPG and YPJ. This is called a sniper button.
Really?
Yeah. Because several reasons. There are several explanations of why this is the sniper button, but it comes down to while you're firing the rifle, you put your thumb here and you press the forward assist forward to make a precision shot.
And that doesn't completely jam up the gun?
Oh, it does.
Okay. Wasn't that like Fudd lore for a while that would blow up your gun if you ever did that?
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't blow up many of their rifles. They do it all the time. All right.
So what's the thinking behind that? Why?
This is like a spider web. Like you have to like really, you have to be like start taking out like your note-taking gear and pen and be like, wait, what? Okay. So this is the thinking. There are a variety of explanations, but first of all, there's two different methods explained by Kurdish YPG fighters for the sniper button.
Right.
The first method is sort of to while you're taking a shot and weapon on fire. You bring there, and then you take your precision shot, and you're like, okay, this is good, boom. And then why guys and people say like, well, why do you do that? What makes it so precise? Yeah. And you'll have Kurds who will say that, well, if you could, well, we have this actually from there's a book called Desert Sniper by Ed Nash, and he was a fighter, foreign fighter, British foreign fighter with the YPG against ISIS, and this is where he first encountered this, and he was like, why? What does that do? And the rationale was, well, if you take a shot without pressing the sniper button, your 5.56 round will go through one cinder block. If you do it with the sniper button, it'll go through 2 cinder blocks. That was one explanation given. Okay. Another explanation was that because you have this sort of mythical status of this rifle called the Brno, which is actually a Czech Brno. It was adopted by Iran. You have a whole lineage, and you have collectors in the U.S. going nuts about it. Persian Mausers, right? And in Iran and in Iraq and in Turkey, it's the same exact thing. You have a lot of this mythical folklore built up around the Brno. It's very strong. It has a great power. You can like shoot very far. You can kill people at a long distance. And you have a lot of both Kurdish, Peshmerga, and Iranian sort of revolutionary fighters who use Brnos, and it's like, yeah, this is the gun that the Peshmerga used in their fight of resistance against, Saddam, and it becomes almost like an M1 Garand is in the United States. Like, yeah, this is the weapon that like took down Hitler's fortress and stuff. Yeah. It's almost the same level, but the idea is, because you do this, you are inducing a malfunction in the bolt, because you're not allowing the bolt to go back, and you're probably tearing apart the bolt lugs on the right side as well.
Right.
But the point is, you technically they believe you're turning this rifle into a Brno, because now you just turned it into a manually operated rifle from a semi-automatic rifle. Because the Brno is manually operated. It's a bolt action.
Now, do we have some cinder blocks? Because I really want to go test this, but I'm thinking like the same amount of gas is still leaving through the gas port and going through the gas tube, and
it doesn't matter. There's a lot of guys like Ed Nash. Actually, he talks about it in his book. Like, he takes apart the rifle and he's like, look, this like forward assist has nothing to do with any accuracy component in this rifle, like nothing to do there. So that's one example. So you shoot it on manual, boom, okay, now it's kind of like a Brno, right? So, and then another explanation that we've heard is a sort of pump up action. So it's like, all right, I'm about to take this shot.
Oh my god.
all right, let's take it, kind of thing.
It's just like that old thing where they said they found the AKs where they had dialed up the rear sight all the way to 10 because it would make the gun shoot harder.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a similar kind of thing like that, right? I mean, that's the sniper button in a nutshell. But this is the thing.
I'm gonna refer to it as that from now on. I used to refer to it as the failure button.
The failure button.
Yeah, on an AR-15. Yeah, because if when your AR-15 inevitably fails, that's the failure button that you hit. Like fuck. Yeah, sniper button that works well too.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing where I almost like this is the perspective that I take on this, in that it's almost I actually believe. Well, my hypothesis is that the Kurds are almost right in calling this a sniper button, and this is why. It's not for what they think it is, though, because putting your thumb alongside a rifle like this, that's been tried and true. A lot of precision rifle shooters. This is a known technique. Sometimes it works for some guys, it doesn't work for other guys. The idea is to bring your thumb up from here and stop torquing the grip. Doing a precision shot, you're actually torquing the rifle a little bit by gripping it, and by doing this, ideally the rifle just you have a straight line interaction with it, right? So what I think is happening is that when you have YPG fighters who are pressing forward like this, and they're taking their shot like that, inadvertently, they're actually, they might be a little bit more precise. Their shots might actually be a little bit better, but it's not for the reasons that they think it is.
They're accidentally having proper form.
Exactly. So instead of them taking shots like this, where they are rotating their thumb around, they're taking shots like this, and they're inadvertently, accidentally having more precise shots than if they were shooting like this. And it might be happening enough that some guys actually notice the difference, and then that just becomes a technique as the sniper button.
So they don't know why it works. They're just like, well, fuck it. Every time I press this button, I get better accuracy.
Well, they think it's because they're turning it into a burno.
Right.
And they're allowing more gas that goes to it. And another version of this story is that by doing this, you're putting more gas forward through it. But it's like, no, the gas going out from the bullet all goes this way. What's coming over here doesn't affect anything going out there by the time
bullet's already gone by the time.
The bullet's already left the muzzle at that point. So anyways, but that's the sniper button. That's a huge freaking tangent, but
I fully expected it.
So that was the sniper button. Hope you guys liked it. Be sure, if you aren't already subscribed to the B channel here, go ahead and subscribe down below. Trying to do more stuff like this, and if you excuse me, I gotta go teach some guys how to bring more AKs in the world. See you guys later.